Hey everyone, it's Sarah and today I am back with a beautiful Smelly Mail video to share with you. So this is going to be a two-parter because I've gotten 4 Smelly Mail packages in this past week, and I'm so grateful for them. 2 of them are quite large though, and because of that I'm gonna have to split this up into 2 parts. There's no way I could fit this all into one video, so I'm gonna start with the first 2 things. So anytime I do a wish list video, and this always makes me feel bad too, because anytime I do a wish list video, inevitably I have people emailing me saying, hey, I have a bottle of this if you want it. I'll send it to you, which I am so grateful for and I love that, but I don't ever want anybody to feel like they have to send me anything. I mean, it's always appreciated, but never ever necessary. But that did happen with my with the first wish list video that I did. So this was sent from a beautiful subscriber, and this named Lisa, and this is Rykiel woman. So Sonia, I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Sonia Rykiel, Rykiel woman. There's an eau de parfum formulation and an eau de toilette formulation. This is the eau de toilette formulation, and it is beautiful. I wanted both formulations, so I am super excited to have the eau de toilette. I love it. This, oh my gosh, I adore this. This is a little bit reminiscent of like an early 2000s type of fragrance. It gives me, it smells something like, this reminds me of a much softer, kind of slightly powdery version of Lalique. It's similar to that. It's got that kind of a scent profile, but this is much softer. This is fluffy. It's very light. It's very skin-like. It's slightly powdery. I would call it delicate if it weren't for that powderiness. It has a really like very fluffy powderiness to it. It's gorgeous. I almost get like a very light candied violet, but powdered candied violet, and something which gives it a little bit of sweetness. Some citruses in the top which keep it very light and effervescent smelling, but it dries down to the most beautiful, like kind of slightly musky skin-like powdery scent. It's gorgeous. I am in love with it. I'm so grateful to have this one in my collection. I've been wanting both of these for a very long time, so it's just a beauty. I'm very happy to have it. So anyways, that is the first one. That is Rykiel Woman, the EDT formulation. Okay, and then Genre Parfums came out with their clone of House of Sillage Minnie Mouse, and it's called Minnie More. The packaging is really cute on this one with the little Minnie Mouse ears. It's super cute. I knew as soon as I smelled this. Now I've only smelled like a sample card of the House of Sillage one, so I've not ever smelled the actual liquid perfume, but this smells like the sample card. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's not anything that, I mean, unless you just want to buy that bottle, that really beautiful crystal Minnie Mouse bottle, 100% the fragrance inside is gorgeous too, but I would definitely not pay upwards of $400 for a fragrance like this. This is raspberry and marshmallows. It's so delicious. I think it's gorgeous. I actually haven't even worn this yet. My daughter's worn it 2 days in a row, and it is strong. She smelled very strongly of this for hours. It's really yummy. It's so good. I've heard that Dapper came out with a clone of it as well. I'm also really interested in the Dapper clone. I want to smell them both. It's yummy. I mean, it really is. It's so yummy. So thank you. Larive sent this to me. She always sends me genres like new releases, which I'm so grateful for, because I don't even know what's happening because I'm not on Facebook. So I have no idea when things from genre are being released. There's not much available on their website or on their Etsy shop, so you really have to be reliant on Facebook and their like pop-up sales, which I just can't, you know, I just can't keep up with it. So thankfully, Rykiel like keeps me in the loop, and she even offers to get me bottles of things. So yeah, I definitely told her I would love a bottle of this if and when it becomes available. There was a pre-sale for it and it completely sold out, which I understand why. It's yummy. It's so yummy. I don't even know how she got this decant. I told her I will be happy with my little decant for as long as I have to be. I will hoard it and I will love it, and I'm just so grateful to have this. So anyways, that is the genre Parfums. Actually, this one is genre Parfums, but this is an LA Aroma fragrance. So I think LA Aroma is their women's line. So yeah, super happy to have this little decant. Thank you, Rykiel, for sending this. It's just made my day. My daughter loves this one too. So I told her if we ever do get our hands on a bottle, we will definitely share it. It won't just be mine. So yeah, that is Minnie Moore from Genre Parfums. Okay, and then recently I did a swap with Claire, or Smurfy Girly, as you would know her here on YouTube. She is a fragrance reviewer. She has been on YouTube far longer than I have, and she was so welcoming to me and so supportive, and has just been such a beautiful friend to me throughout my years here on YouTube. Well, she messaged me on Instagram some weeks back and asked me about recommendations for Dream House of Curio fragrances, because I think she was looking to make a purchase and just wanted some opinions. So I was like, you know, I've got 11 or 12 different fragrances. Let me just decant them for you and send them. I'm super bad because you guys know we're not supposed to ship perfume internationally, but I had to break the rules to get these samples to her, which they really are starting to loosen up a bit on ethanol, on shipping ethanol. So much so that you can ship it by air now. You just, if you, like when you go to do click and ship on the post office, this is just a little bit of information for those of you that do ship perfume. If you do click and ship on the post office now, it will ask you if it's an ethanol based perfume, and it will allow you to ship air. It'll do all the markings for you. And that's the reason why I really didn't feel bad about it, because I was like, they're starting to loosen up about, you know, they're starting to loosen up about it domestically. So I'm sure international is coming soon. But anyways, I was only sending little 3 ml decants. So anyways, I decanted everything that I had for her, which I'm gonna send more because there were some fragrances that I have samples of that she was interested in, that I really want her to get her nose on. So I'm gonna make up another little package. But anyways, so I sent her, we did like a little swap. I sent her those, and then she sent me the most beautiful package full of so many things. And oh my gosh, I was so excited because these are all, this is all a lot of stuff that I have not smelled. And she sent a beautiful card. So I'm gonna jump right in because there's a ton here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with some Francesca Bianchi that she sent, because I've only smelled maybe 2 fragrances from the house. 2 of them, the labels are intact. 5 of them, the labels are not intact. And I also, but there's like enough underneath that I will be able to figure out what they are. So I'm not like super worried about it. And one of these is a fragrance from Papillon, and it is called Hera, which I'm pretty sure is, this one. And she wrote in the note that she suspects I'm gonna fall in love with this one, and that she apologizes because it's really expensive, which is fine. If I love it, oh my gosh, which I do, I already do. It is incredible. Oh gosh, okay. So we're gonna get into these. Let's start with Hera. There's so much here, and I'm so excited about these because Claire has just incredible taste, and we have very similar taste, except for she's not into I don't think she likes, you know, gourmands and stuff like that. And I like some heavy ambers and stuff that she's not really into. So like we do have very similar tastes, but we're also very different. But I think I'm just gonna end up falling in love with all of this. I don't ever like to go with the notes that they've got listed on Fragrantica. I probably need to just look this up on, but Fragrantica says this has got like, it's got florals in it, narcissus, jasmine, ylang ylang. It's got heliotrope and orris, which, I love a powderiness, musk, mallow, or ambrette, which it's one of my favorite things in the world. Rose, orange blossom, and musk. And that's another thing. We both really, really love musk fragrances. This is phenomenal. You almost get a little bit of an iris feel from it because of the heliotrope and the orris. It's a heavy fragrance though. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can smell the quality. I mean, you can just smell the amazing quality of this. It's fantastic. I cannot wait. I haven't tested any of these because I want to update you in a what I wore last week video about how I end up liking things, how they end up smelling on me, how they wear, all of those kinds of things. And I didn't want to have them in a what I wore last week video before I actually even showed you the packages. So yeah, this will definitely be in an upcoming what I wore last week video. It's incredible. This one is called Hera from Papillon, and I'm quite sure I'm gonna fall in love. There's a fragrance in here, you guys, that I am so excited about. We're gonna talk all about it when we get there though. Okay, this one, I'll be able to figure it out by how they smell too. This has got orange blossom in it. Let me just pull up Francesca Bianchi. Yeah, this one, I feel like I can smell orange blossom in this, like or maybe not orange blossom, maybe like a neroli. I'm getting something very almost astringent smelling, a little bit green smelling, but there's definitely way more going on in here. It's really, really good. I really, really love it. I think the only Francesca Bianchi fragrance that I've smelled is Angel's Dust. And I loved it. I thought it was incredible, but somehow it reminded me of like a Lush fragrance. And in fact, I had that fragrance at one point. And so I decluttered it because it smelled too much like one of my Lush fragrances. And I suspect that probably was not the best perfume to start with from this house. This is gorgeous though. They all kind of have this, it's almost like a skankiness about them, but like in a really good way. It's really good. I'm gonna have to figure out which one this is. This is the only one that the label is pretty much like completely gone. I can't tell, but yeah, I'll figure it out. That's the only thing. I pray every time I ship out a package of decants, I like pray that it will make it without all of the labels being, because it's almost impossible to ship fragrance without it leaking. Okay, this one, I don't think this is a Francesca Bianchi. This starts with an A. It looks like A-N-I, maybe J-A-N-I-J. Let me just see if I put those. This one is, it's A-N-I, I feel like J-A, and then like teak at the end. I'll figure it out. This one is so good. I am in love with this one. This one I have a feeling is gonna smell so good on my skin too. This is another kind of sweet, but not too sweet, but sweet, kind of musky type of fragrance, but maybe with like a hint of powder. This one is, it's another one that I feel like I really am gonna need to get this one on the skin. It's hard to describe out of the bottle because it's one of those that you can tell is going to change on the skin, because I am getting a lot of this is one that the actual alcohol in the perfume is almost smelling like a note. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm gonna love this though. I just know that I'm gonna love this one. I'll figure it out, and when I update you in a what I wore last week video, I'll definitely update you on what it is. These are all incredible though, because like I said, Claire has amazing taste, and anytime she's ever recommended a perfume to me, I've absolutely loved it. Okay, this one is called Belle Ame. Yeah, this is called Belle Ame, and this is from Abstraits Belle Ame, and this one is orris from Morocco, iris, blue ginger from Madagascar. Middle notes are cacao bean from Trinidad, cardamom, frankincense, and the base notes are sandalwood, musk, tonka resin from Venezuela. So just with all of those notes, orris and tonka bean and ginger, and if tonka bean is the base note, you know I'm gonna absolutely adore it. This is gorgeous. I can smell the iris immediately. The most beautiful, very slightly sweet, delicate, powdery iris. Oh my gosh, it is phenomenal. It's so good. See, these are all perfumes that I don't even ever hear about, because, you know, we just, like us here in the States, we are the last to get fragrances here, to hear about fragrances, for fragrances to launch. So yeah, I don't even know what's like going on in the rest of the world with perfume. And a lot of times we can't even get them here, even if we love them. But this one is amazing, and I know I'm gonna absolutely adore this on skin. So that one is called Belle Ame from Les Abstraits. Okay. This is from Francesca Bianchi, and this one is, I believe this is the one called Unspoken Musk. And she says about this one that it seems a little dirty to start, but it quickly changes to a magical iris, immortelle, and vanilla that she loves. And those are three notes that I adore. I love iris, I love immortelle, and I love vanilla. So I am going to absolutely adore this. I definitely get where she says it seems a little dirty at first. And it does in the bottle, and I have a feeling that that will come out even more on skin, but I can only imagine that the dry down of this one is fantastic. So I'm very excited to try this one. We can get Francesca Bianchi here in the States. In fact, you can find them on the Canadian websites for even more affordable. So yeah, if I fall in love with any of these, I will definitely be checking the Canadian websites to see if I can pick them up. So anyways, that one is called Unspoken Musk. I don't know that I've checked Lucky Scent to see if they have Francesca Bianchi or if you can get samples. I bet they do. Okay, next we have Tyger. I feel like maybe I have smelled a sample of this one before, but I don't know for sure. It looks like this is like a honey fragrance. It looks like it has white flowers, honey, peach, heliotrope, a little bit of leather maybe. So let's smell this one. Oh gosh. It definitely does have some kind of a fruit. It does smell like peach. Ooh, it smells like a fresh peach, like a fresh, juicy peach. It's definitely got like a wood in it. If it has leather, it's a very smooth leather, and it's not overpowering. I really, really don't enjoy like a heavy leather in fragrance. So if it does have leather, I am not noticing it much. This one's really nice. This has like a, I don't know, the fruitiness of this one is very unexpected. Oh gosh, this one is really nice too. I can't wait to test these. I might wait. Well, with the Unspoken Musk, I could probably do in the heat, but some of these other ones, I might wait just a little bit until it's fall. Actually, knowing me, I'll just test them. But yeah, I can't wait to test all these. I'm super excited. So that one is Tyger from Francesca Bianchi. Okay, this is the Lover's Tale, and this looks right up my alley too. This one is bergamot, honey, mimosa, aldehydes, Egyptian jasmine, Bulgarian rose, heliotrope, peach, iris butter, which I absolutely love iris butter, or orris butter. Leather, musk, castoreum, labdanum, sandalwood, vetiver, and oak moss. Oh gosh, this one is beautiful. This one has a vintagey vibe to it from the castoreum, and I definitely get quite a lot of castoreum in this one. So if you do not like animalic notes, I would not recommend this one. It's definitely got quite an animalic note. I'm excited to test this one. Super excited. You guys know I don't mind an animalic note because I adore vintagey type scents. And this is definitely, it's like vintagey, but not like anything that you've ever smelled before, because I don't know. Ooh, there's something so gorgeous about the iris. Ooh, the iris butter or orris butter and the castoreum and how it's kind of playing together is really, I don't know, it's almost, it's like almost a really sexy scent. It's good. This is a good one. I can't wait to test that one. Look at the color of that liquid. Oh gosh. You know that that perfume means business with that color of liquid. So anyways, that is Francesca Bianchi, the Lover's Tale. This highlighter that I've got on today, oh my gosh, it's like beaming. I didn't realize just how bright it was going to be on camera. It's the Cover FX, like, you know, liquid drops or whatever. Wow. Okay, this next one is called Jacques. I tried to look this one up. I couldn't find it, but I'll find it before I post this. This one is so good. This one is much lighter than any of the Francesca Bianchi. I don't believe this is a Francesca Bianchi. This is something else. This is gorgeous. This reminds me of, it smells like a Guerlain fragrance. It definitely smells like a Guerlain fragrance. This one is much lighter. This one is, it's got a little bit of a spice to it. I'm gonna try this one on my hand. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm getting almost like a, on my skin, almost like a creamy, like a slightly creamy, very slightly spiced, like lemon. It almost reminds me a touch of Shalimar Souffle. It's that kind of a fragrance. I definitely get a Guerlain vibe from this. I don't know if it's a Guerlain fragrance. I don't think it is, but I'm definitely getting like a Guerlain vibe. Like a little bit similar to Guerlain Shalimar Souffle, with a slight creamy bit of lemon, but there's something really warm. I can't really put my finger on it. It smells like some kind of a resin. Oh gosh, it's good. I'm gonna love this one too. It's so good. So that one is called Jacques. Ooh, it smells like a Guerlain to me. Okay. And then she sent over, I did not think that I would ever be able to get my nose on these fragrances. So if you guys follow Claire, you know that she did a fragrance in collaboration with 4160 Tuesdays, which is one of my absolute favorite niche houses. I love the house, the whole house. Like, I don't think I've smelled a fragrance from 4160 Tuesdays, which I usually call it 4160 Tuesdays just to shorten it. But after watching some of Sarah McCartney's videos, which she has perfume making videos and things on YouTube, which I love to watch. But after watching her and hearing her say the name of her own house, she says it 4160 Tuesdays. But anyways, I absolutely adore the house. In fact, I think what I did on my holidays was one of the first niche bottles, like full. In fact, it might have been the first full niche bottle of perfume I ever bought. I think it was. But anyways, Claire did a collaboration with the house, and they did a fragrance called Hush Hush. And I did not think that I would ever get to smell it, but she sent me, and they did 3 different versions. They did an EDP, they did an eau de toilette, an eau de parfum, and a Parfum. And she sent me she sent me decants of each one, she sent me decants of, this is the EDP. I'm gonna go through my my homemade paper strips before I dig into my actual real strips. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the EDP and this is fantastic. It smells like a bright, irisy, slightly powdery lemon drop. Not irisy, I'm sorry, it smells like violet. And as always, there's something in it that is just different. Oh gosh, that one it's gorgeous. So that is the EDP formulation. This is the EDT formulation. No, sorry, this is the Parfum. Ooh. Ooh. I think last time I checked, 4160 Tuesdays did not ship to the US, but I think that they do now. Oh my gosh, this one I absolutely adore. This one is a little bit sweeter. This one is more skin-like. Oh my gosh, kind of sweet and skin-like. This one's definitely heavier than the Eau de Parfum, but it's not a heavy fragrance at all. It's like sweet and citrusy. It smells like sweet, citrusy, fluffy violets and musk. Gosh, it's yummy. So good. So that is the Parfum formulation. And then she sent me, I could not believe it. I was so excited. This is the Eau de Toilette formulation. And she said she sent this one because this one is her favorite of the three. And it is the cutest little 15 ml bottle I've ever seen. How adorable is that? And this one says, it says on the back, Smurfy Girly Claire Sprigmore's private perfume. A secret 1920s party. Iris, violet, and musk. A paper cigarette packet with a hint of silk stocking and rose petals. I'm just gonna love it because these are some of my most favorite kinds of perfumes in the world. I love an easy, clean, sweet, musky fragrance. This one is beautiful. This is much lighter than the first two. It's definitely got like a cozy musk in the base. There is a material called ethylene brassylate, and I definitely get that in here. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's such a like cozy, clean note, or material, I should say. I almost get something a little bit peppery. Almost like a little bit of a peppery paper kind of note. It's gorgeous. This one is, out of the three, this would be probably the easiest, like the easiest to reach for. They're all easy though. All three of them are safe and easy to wear, easy to reach for. Gorgeous, like your skin but better kind of fragrances. They're amazing. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna keep it in its box because it's super, super special. So that is Hush Hush, the Eau de Toilette formulation. So excited to have that. Then she sent, when I saw this, I was so happy because this little tin, it's a little tower tin, and it reminds me of the, like if you're Gen X, it reminds me of those little lip gloss tins that you could get like when we were little. They're like just these little metal tins that slide open, and it totally reminds me of one of those like little lip gloss tins. This has got 4 samples in it. The first one is Sundowner, which, oh my gosh, I love this. This is, I think, a tobacco fragrance. I think I've smelled this one time before, but it wasn't in a spray version. It was in a little, like a dabber, and I have not tested it yet. But this is the most beautiful, like sweet tobacco scent ever. This is right up my alley. This is my favorite kind of perfume. Something sweet and cozy and warm and kind of a little bit dark and ambery, and oh gosh, it smells amazing. I can't wait to test this one because it's in an actual sprayer. So I will definitely be testing this one soon. This is like, for me, this is my dream fall fragrance. Oh, it's so good. I love a sweet tobacco fragrance. Okay, next we have Un Rose de Kandahar. I think I've smelled this one too. Yeah, this one is called Phi Un Rose de Kandahar. I hope I'm saying that correctly, or Phi. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's definitely a rose, but it's got, ooh, it's got other things in it. It smells like it's got maybe some fruits. It's a little bit spiced. It's definitely not like a super straightforward rose. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a very niche smelling rose fragrance. It's gorgeous. Can't wait for that one. And then we've got Incense Rose. Oh my gosh. Now that one, you guys. Oh, now this one, this has cardamom in it. I absolutely adore cardamom in fragrance. It's one of my favorite, like, spicy notes in fragrance. So this is like a cardamom rose fragrance, and it's got something really, really bright in it, like a really bright citrus in the top, and something a little bit sweet. Oh, that is stunning, stunning. So that one is called Incense Rose. Ooh. Okay, and then next we have one called Teone Reinthal, and this is called Quintessence Incense. Now, this is Teone Reinthal, or TRNP, and I've never smelled a single fragrance from this house, and I'm really excited. She sent me so many samples from TRNP, and I've never smelled anything from the house. And I just remember that they created a perfume for her called Sweetie when her sweet kitty passed away. And she sent me a sample of that fragrance as well. And I am so excited to smell these. So, oh, I'm sorry. This one is called Quintessence Intense, not Incense. I guess I was seeing incense from the last fragrance. Quintessence Intense. This is stunning. Ugh, this one definitely smells a little bit vintagey. It smells like it might have a little bit of almond in it, or a little bit of like a nut. I'm getting it like way back in the deep part of my nose. I know that smells weird, or I know that sounds weird. This one is a little bit fresh smelling. I'm getting something a little bit aromatic, like some kind of maybe some kind of an herb. Oh gosh, this one's beautiful. It's got a cleanliness to it. Oh, it's gorgeous. I cannot spend this much time on each one though, or we'll be here forever, because I still have a whole little box of the TRNP fragrances to go through. But that one is TRNP Quintessence Intense. Gorgeous. I'm gonna love it. A lot of these fragrances, yeah, I'll definitely, like I said, I will definitely update you in a what I wore last week video. Out of all of these, I think the only like really safe ones would be the Hush Hush ones. The rest of them, I don't think any of them would be safe. I think you have to, you have to have a certain taste in fragrances to like fragrances, especially like the Francesca Bianchi's. The Andy Towers are pretty easygoing, but yeah, everything else I would say definitely test first. Okay, she sent me so many decants of the TRNP fragrances. So this is the one that they created for her when her kitty passed away. This one is called Sweetie, named after her sweet kitty. I love that this house has a fragrance named Lemuria. How cool is that? Okay, let's see what Sweetie smells like. I have no idea what is in this, but this reminds me of a perfume. I don't know if you guys remember, I did a video on a house called Velvet and Sweet Peas. It's been a long while ago. But this reminds me of a fragrance like a Velvet and Sweet Peas kind of a fragrance. She uses all like really, really expensive, high quality, natural ingredients. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. It reminds me of something like that. This has definitely got something, some kind of a citrus in the top, maybe just like plain orange. Definitely some kind of citrus. It's a little bit sweet. Not a little bit, it's pretty sweet. Oh, it's beautiful. There's some kind of, I think there's some florals in it. Oh, it's gorgeous. It very much reminds me of like a Velvet and Sweet Peas kind of fragrance. Gorgeous. I cannot wait to test that one. So that is called Sweetie. Okay, next we have Lemon Blossom. Oh gosh, when I saw this, I was like, that's gonna be right up my alley. It's definitely a lemon fragrance. It's a little bit sweet, very bright, tart smelling. It's definitely not like a wispy lemon, like something that's gonna disappear. Definitely got some body to it. Yeah, it's definitely like a sweet lemon with some kind of maybe some kind of like a green note. And maybe like a light wood in the base. Ooh, I love it. Okay, that one is called Lemon Blossom. Next we have, this one is called Sacred Ground Nectar. Gosh, this is another one. So far, these are really reminding me of Velvet and Sweet Peas. They're very similar kinds of houses. They don't use, the materials that they use are not like commonly used materials in perfumery. They're not like run of the mill. With this one, I don't know if I can smell like a very light honey in this. There's something, again, really bright and almost citrusy smelling. It smells like, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain because, again, these are not things that you smell super often. They're very unique kinds of materials. And if you've ever smelled Velvet and Sweet Peas, you'll know what I'm talking about. She uses like 20-year-old aged vanilla tinctures and just things that you just don't see often. And that's what these are kind of reminding me of. They're very, very similar to Velvet and Sweet Peas. Okay, so anyways, that one is called Sacred Ground Nectar. If I don't move along, I know this video is already gonna be like an hour long. Okay, next we've got Honey Amber. Okay, this one is really pretty. I'm definitely getting like some flowers, like more old, or more, I don't want to say old-fashioned because that's not really the word I'm looking for, but something like ylang ylang, something like that. Maybe even just plain old rose, like some kind of a resin. There's definitely like a touch of honey. This might be the first thing that I've smelled so far that I'm not loving. And the only reason is because, now I need to test it on skin because things are always so different on skin than they are in paper, but this reminds me of like a hotel lobby. I know that sounds so weird, but it does. As soon as I sprayed it, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm going through the double doors into a hotel lobby. That's what it smells like on paper to me. I will try it on skin though, because magic always happens on skin. It never happens on paper, never. That is one thing I've learned. Magic never happens on paper. Like, you have to test things on skin. But anyways, that's the first one I don't know. I had a visual came to mind when I smelled it, and it reminded me of like maybe a hotel lobby I've been in at some point. That one is called Honey Amber. The next one is called Heartache, the Hua-Mei I think is how you would say that, Hua-Mei. It's H-U-A and then M-E, Hua-Mei. That is definitely, it's got something green in it. Ooh, something like green and slightly astringent smelling. It's definitely got a spice in it, like a very dry spice. Very dry spice. Citruses in the top. Lots of citrus in the top. Lots of citrus, something kind of green smelling, a very dry spice. Wow. This is really, it's very, very like aromatic smelling, really aromatic. It's gorgeous. This reminds me of like a really expensive smelling, like a super expensive spa or something. It smells like a very upscale. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, like a really, really expensive upscale spa. Gosh, if you get a facial here, you're gonna pay $200 for it because this place is upscale. Ooh, it's gorgeous. It's very zen-like to me because it reminds me of like a very expensive spa. That's beautiful. I love that one. So that one is called Heartache, the Hua-Mei. Okay, 3 more. We're almost done. Next we have Blue Lotus, and she says OG on this one, so this must be, there must be a reformulation of this one out there. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, I love this house because it reminds me of Velvet and Sweet Peas, and I love Velvet and Sweet Peas. Velvet and Sweet Peas is just so expensive. You get very small quantities for for like a lot of money, but it's because of the materials that she uses. She uses such high quality materials, so I completely understand, but usually you're getting like, I don't know, 4 mil for like $45 or something. Yeah, this is another one that really reminds me of Velvet and Sweet Peas. I think Velvet and Sweet Peas uses a lot of ylang ylang, and I kind of am getting that with this house too. I get a lot of, I feel like I'm smelling ylang ylang in a lot of these fragrances. Gosh, this one is fantastic. It's sweet but clean and has a freshness to it at the same time. Yeah, this one I really am getting a lot of ylang ylang. Oh, I love this one. This is another one that reminds me of, as this one is drying down, I'm getting some vanilla in this. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm really starting to get like a creamy vanilla. Ooh, the vanilla is becoming more and more prominent. Like every second that goes by, the vanilla is coming out even more and more. So that's what I get most with this one, is like a ylang ylang and vanilla. Oh, that one's beautiful. I can't wait to test that one. That one is called Blue Lotus OG. Okay, and then this one is Blue Lotus Tahitensis. Okay, let's smell this one. Blue Lotus Tahitensis. Again, this one I smell vanilla. Definitely I get vanilla immediately with this one, where it took a while for it to come out in the dry down. Again, ylang ylang. This one smells a little bit more complex to me than the first one. And again, it reminds me of Velvet and Sweet Peas. And she uses some kind of a really old, really beautiful, like tinctured vanilla. She also uses a lot of ylang ylang. This one is absolutely stunning. This one has something a little bit sweet and a little bit fresh that is mixing with the ylang ylang. If it is, I'm pretty sure it's ylang ylang. I'm quite positive. This one is gorgeous. This one almost leans just a touch like gourmand to me. Not an edible gourmand, but just maybe the slightest bit gourmand, just leaning into gourmand territory. It's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I never get to smell fragrances like these because there just aren't that many people making fragrances like these, and I absolutely adore these. Okay, the last one is called Embers. Oh my gosh, I adore this. This is another one I'm getting vanilla immediately. I'm getting some spices, a floral, I think it's rose, maybe a touch of rose. It's also got a little bit of a resin. It's very slightly resinous. It's not a heavy resin. It's not like a super resinous perfume, but there's definitely like a warm resin in there. So it's like a spiced vanilla, some kind of a bright but cozy floral in the middle, and a resin. It's beautiful. This is right up my alley. This is my favorite kind of fragrance. I love a warm, cozy, resinous, vanillic fragrance. They're my favorite, my absolute favorite kind of fragrance. This one is stunning. It's very, very unique. It's not like a typical amber or like a typical resin type of fragrance. It's very unique. Cannot wait to test these, you guys. As always, as I wear through these, I will update you in a what I wore last week video. I am going to be a wearing fool. I'm gonna be testing so many fragrances over the next few weeks. So just expect the upcoming, probably the next 3 what I wore last week videos to be long, because I will probably have worn like 20 perfumes each week just testing things. Thank you so much to Lisa and Larive and Claire for sending all of these beautiful things. I am in heaven right now, especially these things that Claire sent, because I just don't get to smell, you know, I just don't get fragrances like this very often, and I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to the niche community. But anyways, I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.